Yeah, so in this video, I want to talk a little bit about Dubai. Not the whole of United Arab Emirates in general, just little thoughts about Dubai. Um, the reason being, it's just because it's such a significant city, such a significant place in our world today. To just make it so it just makes it worth thinking about that place, right? Or rather, it is maybe moving there, right? Or just understanding what it is because there's so much buzz around it, so much news, etc., so much talk around it. And so to understand this thing, I think for is could be very important for a man to understand what it is all about and understand some principles maybe and derive some lessons out of all of that. So Dubai, right? Of course, you associate Dubai with money immediately, oil and money, which is not, um, which is not wrong at all, right? Um, I think maybe 70 years ago, and the place was a fishing hub, right? They had some fishing hubs there, a little bit of trading going on there as well, but I think also there were like pearls at the coast, so there were like fishing for pearls and stuff like that. But yeah, it was mainly not the place it is today. And then I found the oil, and the leaders of that place actually did a very good job with the incoming money and how they dealt with everything they got. And they turned it into a place which is really one of the main financial hubs in the world today. Its location, I forgot to put a picture of it located at a map. That's pretty unfortunate, but its location is in between Europe to its west and Greater Middle East to its north and to its northwest, and then Asia to its east, very nearby. To its east, there's India, there's Pakistan, and also there's China beyond India. And that makes it, strategically speaking, from an economic perspective, in a very good spot, in a very good trading spot, because a lot of goods can be transported through Dubai to the west or to the east. So if you're in the middle of the road, usually it is a very beneficial position to be in. I gotta hurry a little bit up for the video, but that's about the location of Dubai. Really good geographical location, right? Look at the city, looks extremely beautiful. And also thinking about it, has a harbor inside the city, which kind of reminds me a little bit of Carthage, ancient Carthage. Looks absolutely phenomenal. And just port cities has to have their own charm, you know. They're charming, very charming. Let's go to the next picture. So there's a little bit of facts. Shout out to those guys. You know, I'm not sponsored or anything by them. I just found that picture and then wanted to comment on it. So some interesting facts is that it homes more than 400 skyscrapers. It's the fastest growing city in the world, which is absolutely amazing. Speaking about its potential and its growth, which is very significant. It has the world's first driverless metro rail network, which shows that it's a very innovative city, right? There's economic growth, there's innovation, which is very significant. It has the largest indoor sky resort. Dubai police fleet includes luxury cars, etc. So everybody knows that, maybe based on social media or somebody went there, you know. But yeah, so What we get out of that, it is a very innovative city, and it's a city of growth. It is the fastest growing city in the world. Apparently, if we take this fact as face value, there might be some Chinese cities that are even growing faster, but I don't know. But it seems to be the case. So we can go into depth with this if anyone has an idea what the actual fastest city growing city is. Let me know in the comments. But those are some very interesting facts about Dubai, right? So it means it's in that sense it's very positive. Let's continue. So this is the president. May God preserve him and bless him, who is responsible for the growth, and I think also his father. They did a very good job preserving this country, preserving and using the resources as good as possible, being there for the citizens, securing their own country and their citizens, and making the way for prosperity for each individual as free and easy as possible, and helping them out. They did a really good job. Objectively, they did a really, really good job. And none of the world leaders would actually disagree with that. They have a good picture and sight all around the world. Now let's continue. So there's the railroad. I think I'm not sure if this is the driverless one, the driverless metro one, right? I have no idea. It could be, because this looks pretty new to me. The road, the tracks looks pretty new. I'm not too sure. But it just looks beautiful. The city looks beautiful, man. All the skyscrapers, etc. You see that the things are new and clean, right? That's a very good aspect for a city to have. If you have a clean city, even if it's not even the biggest city or it doesn't have the most sights to be seen, if it's a clean city, that's a huge plus for a lot of people. For a lot of people, it's a very huge plus if your city is clean, because you feel good if you leave to go to work or you come back from work and you don't have to deal with dirt. It's just a very, very good, convenient thing. Or even if you just want to go out, eat something, and you don't see disgusting stuff. If you want to eat on the roads, for example, right? You eat an ice cream or something, you don't see something disgusting, right? It's just beautiful. You feel free. You feel good. It's just like having a clean room. You feel good. So this is the map of the metro. So I think this one, yeah, of course, 2024 is referring to the modern one. You have all of the stations. They zoned it pretty well, which is also something very very good they do. They do get international designers and engineers and architects and thinkers to help with their city layout, which is really open-minded. They could be very close-minded as well. There's the option of only taking like local people to do it, but they do try to utilize the talents of the world to use it, right? And that's a good aspect of globalization, in my opinion. But I don't want to get too deep into those kind of talks right now. That's maybe for another video, but yeah, really good use of talents all around the world. And you can see that the design of the whole city is pretty simplistic. And I find it pretty beautiful if a city, if any concept is, even with cars and engines, etc., if something is the basis of something is very simplistic, I find it very beautiful. I find it very beautiful simplistically doing things the most simple way if it's possible. And I think it's a very good foundation for anything. Let's go. Of course, Dubai has one of the craziest airports in the world. As I just mentioned, the geographic location for it just allows it to be one of the craziest, allows it to have such a good location for anything that is transit, right? Whether it would be transit of goods, meaning like ships, that transport goods from, let's say, China to Europe, or from Europe to China, or just to Dubai itself, or to the Middle East. Dubai has a very good location, similar to Istanbul. Very good location. So it has like a 10 out of 10 location geographic-wise for anything transit related, when it comes to transportation and trade. So the airport is huge. The Dubai airport is huge. They have one of the Emirates have one of the largest fleets in the world, and one of the one of the best fleets in the world, if not the best fleet. And they are totally utilizing their geography to the maximum. A lot of people have to travel from Europe to East Asia. A lot of people have to travel or want to travel from East Asia to Europe, even to America, and even to, no matter where in Asia, and even to Africa. And they can do it through Dubai. Dubai is almost at the center of the world, basically. So if you want to go to Australia, you can land in Dubai from, let's say, London. You land in Dubai, you fly to Australia. And and it's not just civilians, it's also trade goods. It's also people in doing business, etc. So yeah, the air cargo, So yeah, it's they have a very good geography, and they make perfect use out of it. And that's a beautiful thing to see in a city and in the people. If they make very good use from the talents and from the resources they have, the God-given resources, it's a very good sign. That's a sign of a people or a nation not being wasteful. If you're wasteful, that's not the best sign, Not to be sound like a perfectionist or something like that, but it's a very good sign, just like that. It's just a fact. Let's go to the next. Very beautiful. Look at those planes. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Looks absolutely amazing. Even though I think it's like a composite, but it's still beautiful. So yeah, the ports. But I'm not too sure if this is located next to Dubai. I think it is, the port. But as I said, it's a huge port. It's a huge port exporting petroleum, importing all kinds of industrial goods and user goods, consumer goods, everything, transiting the goods, just being a massive hub. Beautiful, beautiful, very good location again. The location of Dubai is very favorable. Then you have the stock market of Dubai. You have the stock market of Dubai, and it has around $90 billion, I think, in 2016 of money, of cap, right? And it has, as of now, I think around 70 companies being traded there, like domestic companies being traded there. And yeah, it's one of the most active in the region, if not the most active, and it's continuously growing. And a lot of people see a lot of potential in there, right? Because it's a petroleum country that is growing factually, that it has a good geography, etc. So a lot of people engage in there, right? Which is a very interesting fact to observe, right? But it also says that it's one of the countries where the people engage, or the government, I think the government or the people engage the most in stocks. One of the, I think, top 10 there are, right? Makes also sense because you don't pay as much profit tax. And so it's very attractive for any trader to be based in Dubai and then trade either in Dubai, or Dubai stocks, or international stocks, and be registered as a Dubai citizen or a Dubai resident. Makes sense from that perspective, but also interesting. But I think it has a lot of potential to grow. 70 listed companies, not that many. But, well, if you think the country is not that big and it's not that old, right? In a sense, like, the growth is not that old. But I think there's a lot of upside potential there as well. Let's go to the next. Yeah, cool illustration there. Trading obsessed population from foreigners and domestic people. And I have to end the video and record the second one. Be right back.